It's the day after Thanksgiving, patriots, friends, colleagues, supporters. Yes, we have to give thanks. Frankly, we have to give thanks that we're still alive, because given what's going on in this country today, frankly, it's debatable that that's going to be the case much longer. We are on the cusp. We are on the precipice. We are on the verge of being taken over by radical leftists of all races, religions, stripes, colors, and creeds. These people want to destroy the creation and vision of our founding fathers, and they've gone a long way to do it. And I have to say, the president needs to step up to the plate right now. He's done many great things in the last 4 years, but now he needs to use his executive power. He needs to fire the Attorney General, Blowhard Bill. He needs to fire the director of the FBI, Christopher Wray. He needs to send out to permanent pasture that clown up there in Connecticut, John Durham, who didn't do his job. We need to reestablish the rule of law. The president is faced with being removed from office, and don't count on the courts to do anything. Even his own judges are they lack courage, they lack integrity. He doesn't know who he appointed, and the Supreme Court is not going to step in and run the table on 4 states, which are up in issue. It's not going to happen in the courts. So the president needs to have it happen himself. If he has credible evidence of voter fraud on a massive scale, then he should take charge. And if necessary, he should declare martial law at this point. I'm going to say it straight up. But if he doesn't do that, all is lost. And he should freeze things until there is justice. But he will not get justice with an attorney general that is scared of his shadow that's been hiding under his desk. He will not get justice with an FBI director who is corrupt and who has covered things up. He will not get justice with a U.S. attorney in Connecticut named John Durham. He won't get justice in the courts. He needs to lay it all out. These lawyers who have been saying they have the evidence, lay it all out for the American people. What counts now is the court of public opinion. So take control, freeze things now, and show us what you have. If you don't have anything, then start packing your bags from the White House and go off and purchase a network and start to educate the American people, because they've been brainwashed by socialists, communists, and radicals of all stripes. And this is something that needs to be done immediately. And that's my message for today. I'm going to keep it short, but you need to think about it. And that's why I want you to go out and buy my book. It Takes a Revolution. Forget the scandal industry. We need to rise up peacefully and legally. We need to bring about justice ourselves, not through violence, but through nonviolence. And we need to rise up the American people en masse, in the millions. We need to take the capital out of Washington, D.C. and put it back in Philadelphia. Let's push the leftists out of Philadelphia. Let's start over again with a real government by and for the people. President Trump could even leave that government. I do think if he does make a comeback, he has to have a different approach. He cannot use the kind of language he's used over the last 4 years. He alienated a lot of people who don't realize all the good things he did, because it got lost in the chatter. But he needs to stand strong right now if he wants to survive, because if he doesn't step up to the plate now, then he's gone. And it will be up to we, the people, to then rise up and to take this country back. And even if he does remain, which is exceedingly unlikely, is that we, the people, need to take charge. We need to be the citizens' army. We need to be the citizens' militia. Militia is not a dirty word under our Constitution. It's in the Second Amendment, along with the right to bear arms, not to use offensively, but to use defensively, to protect ourselves, because the left is coming for us. Just as they've destroyed the president, apparently, they'll seek to destroy the rest of us too. And they'll use whatever illegal means they have at their disposal to do it, whether it's a Justice Department controlled by them, or an IRS, or a Department of Homeland Security, or the CIA, or the NSA, or the FBI. They will seek to eliminate any opposition to take this country over and to establish a socialist and increasingly communist state where the government is God and where the Father and his Son are squeezed out. And when that happens, you can expect the wrath of God to come down. So you can give your Thanksgiving all you want right now, but we're not going to have a country much longer. Remember that God has destroyed many civilizations in the past, and others have risen in its place. And if this country is to survive, it takes another revolution. Forget the scandal industry. See what I say in my book, whether you agree with it or not. Just read it. You can find it at Amazon.com and the other major booksellers. And until then, give thanks that we're alive. But right now, that's about all the thanks that we have if we don't rise up ourselves to save this great nation, the creation of our founding fathers. And remember the words of a song that when I was a youth, sung by Janis Joplin, written by Christopher Christopherson, freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. I'll be back Monday with another special podcast. Listen to my weekly radio show with Cliff Kincaid. You can find it at freedomwatchusa.org, at radioamerica.com. You can find it on Freedom Watch's YouTube channel. And stay safe. God bless you and your family.